Okay, in this lesson, what we are going to be looking at is coming up with a color scheme for your project. So regardless of what you're doing in graphic design, and there's always a suggestion to use a limited number of colors, as well as that the colors kind of go together. Now, there would be a ton of color theories out there, which we aren't going to focus on right now. I'm just going to show you a web page, a web program that can help you come up with color schemes that you might like. So whether you're looking at, for example, this here. This is just an infographic. You can see that there's very distinct colors. There's purples, blues, greens, pinks, beige, whatever they happen to be, and they're repeated throughout, and it looks kind of holistic, looks good. Same thing here. This has some very similar colors throughout. So the question then is, how do we come up with these colors that go well together, and how do we implement them into our projects? Okay, so you can see there's a variety of color schemes that go with their themes here, which is really, really cool. Okay, and then there's also contrast in the colors. But what I just want to show you is a website here. So if you go into the website called coolors.co, so that's COOLORS.co, you get this website right here. There's a whole bunch of things you can do, but I'm just going to go to start the generator. And what Coolors does for you is it comes up with a color scheme that sort of works together. So a few things about this color scheme. First of all, here, this is called the hex code. So this is a 6-digit or numeric code that represents that color and that exact color. If you don't like this color scheme and want something totally different, if you press the space bar, it will give you a brand new color scheme. So you can see that color scheme there. There's other options that you can change shades. You can do a variety of things. I'm not gonna do that. But something you might be interested in is if you like a specific color. Let's say in this color scheme right here that I like this dark green color. What you can do is you can lock that color and then hit the space bar, and that one will remain the same, and theoretically the other 4 colors will still be colors that work with that base color that you chose to lock. Now the problem comes in if you lock multiple colors, like 2 or 3 or 4 colors, it's going to be less and less able to find new colors, and it might not actually work. So that's kind of my piece of advice. So find color schemes that work, that have a decent amount of contrast, so difference between the colors. And then the last thing you'll want to do is take a screenshot of this so you have it for your reference at all times, because you're not going to finish whatever your graphic design project is in one fell swoop. Okay, so if you take your snipping tool, or you could write down the hex codes, which might be a little bit more frustrating, you can just take a screenshot and make sure that in that screenshot you include the hex codes, because that'll help you out a little bit as well later on. And then you can save that wherever you want that to be for your future reference in the project that you're working on. Okay, so that's coming up with color schemes using a website called coolors.co.